That night was incredible, so were the decibels. Couldn't hear my thoughts. Something like a chemical, it's something medical. I looked at her, I was lost. In her eyes, in the music, in the way she moved. She had me hooked, time to sound the alarms. Looked at her, I could tell she was looking too. I looked away and felt her grabbing my arm. She said, I wanna move to the left. I was by her side, I wanna move to the right.
Hi friends, it's Nathan, a third-year pharmacy student studying at the University of Waterloo. Welcome to channel, welcome back to the channel. So today we have a very exciting study vlog for you. Of course, there's going to be lots and lots of studying, but there's going to be other things mixed within. Like, I got to do some presentation prep because I'm giving a presentation later in the day. I have an N95 mask fit test. I need to catch up on lectures. I need to make Anki cards. We're going out for dinner. A lot is going on, but that's what student life is like. And so I really want to show you the encompassing day, and we're going to just get started with making my to-do list.
Took me for a ride, she pulled me down to the front. Took me by surprise, she had her head rocking, hips popping. Baby, don't you stop, she said, dance, come on, let your body move you.
I got a DM on Instagram a few days ago, and someone was asking me for presentation tips. She was really nervous, she doesn't know how to prepare, she doesn't know how to do well, and quite fitting, I'm actually doing a presentation today. So I'm gonna give you my tips, my tricks, my secrets, and how I prepare for a really good presentation. My presentation is on the epigenetics of cannabis, and the very first thing I recommend when making the slides is to find a template online, because look how nice this is. You won't find this built in on the system. This is external, and look how aesthetic, look how engaging it is. And I always make a separate presentation script, which is basically just pointers so that I can go into detail more on the slides. It's very important. Let me show you my slides here. So look how clean it is. Like, I don't have a lot of text, it's usually just visuals, main point, and then I can go in depth through my script here. Now that you've done your slide and your script, you gotta practice it. Now, practicing looks different for everyone. Some people will run through it once and feel confident, some people run through it 5 to 10 times and then feel confident. It really just depends on your skill level, but I highly encourage you to film yourself. And that's a skill that I learned from doing social media, is because you don't know if you have any ums and ahs, you don't know your facial expressions, you don't know how expressive you are with your hands until you actually watch yourself back, and then you can critically analyze your body language. That's a really important skill, and then you can modify accordingly. Another good tip is that if you're doing in-person presentations, is to have a water bottle by your side. Now, there's a whole psychology of the comfort of water bottles. In terms of my use for a water bottle, is that if you are getting really stressed or you're stumbling, or if you just need a break, drink water. Now, people will just think you're getting water because you're talking, but really you're giving yourself maybe like 10 seconds of breathing space, and then you can continue then. So that's a really good skill, and you can use it as like a distraction too. Like, let's say you forgot a slide or you made a mistake, start drinking water and no one will know that you made a mistake. Oh my God, guys, I'm so nervous. I present in like 20 minutes and I've been sweating like crazy. That's why I had to take off my sweater. But another thing I do on the day of presentation is just to make sure that I dress the part, because looking confident makes you feel confident, and there's a lot of research that has shown what you exemplify externally and what you tell yourself can actually affect you internally. And so, of course, I got a watch on to look professional. This watch is from Nordgreen, a Scandinavian brand, and it's called the Pioneer. You've actually probably seen me wear another watch, which is also from Nordgreen. It's called the Philosopher. Big fan of their watches. The watch face is made of sapphire glass, which makes it very durable. It's also 10 ATM water resistant, and it's powered by Japanese quartz movement. And on my neck here, we have the Alex necklace, which is also from Nordgreen. Really been loving their new jewelry line. I've been looking for a pendant necklace for some time now, and I love that there's texture. It just creates a little bit more character to the piece. And on my wrist here, I have the Lauren bracelet, and it's a cuff, but I've actually really been liking wearing the opening out. It just gives it a little bit more of a uniqueness that I've never seen anyone else wear. Their jewelry is stainless steel, so I can feel confident that it's not going to rust or tarnish. And another thing I like about Nordgreen is that it's a responsible and caring company. So every watch sold will actually go to a cause of your choosing. It's no secret that I'm passionate about education, and that's why I chose to put my watch proceeds to educating young children in India. Nordgreen is having a huge Black Friday sale up to 50% off until November 30th. And if you use code Nathan, you can get an additional 15% off your order. If you want to look good for your presentations, check out Nordgreen in the description box below. Okay, now let's present. So what does this mean for clinical practice? So the contraindications are on the left side of the slide, and it includes pregnancy because we know that cannabis has been linked to adverse effects on fetal growth and development. Some things to keep in mind when you're counseling with your patient. So you want to ask questions to find out why and how they're using cannabis. So is their cannabis use recreational or is it medical? What form of administration are they using? Cannabis use disorder is defined as the continued use of cannabis despite harmful or risky behaviors, cravings, or impaired control over use. Another interprofessional that we should be looping in would be reproductive endocrinologists. And lastly, just to stay curious, so subscribing to the Journal of Cannabis Research or staying up to date on what is posted from the Canadian Centre on Substance Abuse and Addiction are very good ways to stay on top of cannabis use and the implications it has on our patients. We did it! And I think it went really well because I was able to answer all the questions, I wasn't stuttering too much, and overall I'm really happy with how it went. So now it's time for my N95 mask fit test, which is for my clinical rotations and is required by all hospitals. Long, round arch with its path high above and its two ends apparently beyond the horizon. Why am I not surprised that I ran into issues with my fit test again? If you guys saw my hospital vlog, it was the first week of my surgical internship. I will link that video above here. I was fitted with a qualitative test and it didn't work, so they had to switch me to quantitative, and then it finally worked. I was fitted with this mask. Unfortunately, the hospital that I'm going to doesn't use this mask, and so we tried it with another mask, and that one didn't work, and I was like, oh, but I know this one works, so we tried it again, this works. So now I need to ask the hospital to make a special order for me because only this one works, not the one that they provide. So we'll figure it out. It's not a big deal, but I just don't have good luck with fit tests. I am so hungry, so it's time for lunch. We got my fried rice. I have been kicked out of 2 different rooms and it's just breaking my concentration. Like, it's ridiculous. It's 5 o'clock and I have no idea where the time has gone. I still have so much work to do. And I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like it's really easy for me to get back into the groove of things once I'm out of it, because a lot of my study days, as you see, are full study days. Like, I don't have any errands, I don't have any lectures to do, I'm just studying. And that's really easy for me because I'm able to hyper focus, but I'm not able to jump from things to things. So it's been less than an ideal day, but I definitely still want to show you guys how I'm gonna make up for it and how to restore and recover from a half-wasted day, I guess you could say. But now we are in our psychiatry block, so I need to go through bipolar and ADHD. I'm not gonna get through ADHD today. I wanna at least get through bipolar pathophys and maybe start bipolar therapeutics, and that might be after dinner. That's the plan. Let's just get some work or else I'm gonna hate myself tomorrow.
Let your body move, feel it all night long. It started just the two of us were running up that hill. The way she moved her body like her driver's a four-wheel. The reason we stay up all night, we wanna...
Pathophys is done, and now that I actually understand this disorder, I want to kind of explain to it, because there's a lot of celebrities actually have bipolar. Kanye West or Demi Lovato. Bipolar is defined as an individual that has manic episodes but also depressive episodes. And so we have people like Kanye and Demi that would be very, very normal, and they have like a manic episode, and then they have a depressive episode, and they're back to normal, and they can have manic, and then normal, depressive, and then so on. So it really is that flux between the highs and the lows, which is quite interesting because it's quite unpredictable. Now that we've gone through pathophys, I'm gonna post something on Instagram, and then I think we'll head out for dinner.
It's just something we can feel. Let the music...
Dinner was so good. I love Indian food, and it really is the perfect meal for cold days, which today is. And so you saw I had the butter chicken, I had the saag with lamb, of course the garlic naan, you can't go without it, and then the rice, but now I am back home. I'm actually doing some work in bed, which I don't usually do, but they're light tasks and it's the end of the night. So if I do end up feeling tired, I can just plop out. No, but first task I want to get done is finish up an assignment that I'm working in a group setting. This is a care plan that we're doing for someone with opioid use disorder. I have some referencing to do, so we're just gonna quickly get on with that.
Don't you know they never stick around? What if I still find us in
If you're curious on what a pharmacotherapy drug plan is, so we start with drug therapy problem, which are issues that are related to the medication. We have our goals of therapy. Nursing student, medical students have similar things. So then we have our pharmacologic therapeutic alternatives. So we need to look at which drugs to use, and we're looking at the efficacy, safety, and adherence of each one. We weigh out the benefit and risks. Yeah, lots of drugs that can be used. And then we have our plan, so we actually talk about each one. Like there's education and preparing for the initiation of Suboxone. It's quite detailed because it's an assignment. And then at the end, we have our monitoring and follow-up. We're always looking at efficacy and the safety. We're looking at lab values here and lots of references. So I've turned off the lights and I really set an ambient mood so that I can do this last task and just bang it out. But basically, I need to do 50 top-hat questions, and these are review questions. They are past midterm questions on bipolar and ADHD. I just want to get through them as quickly as possible. So without further ado, let's run through it.
empty crown? We're fogging up the clouds, and I'm scared that it's all gonna crack.
Bipolar done, now moving on to ADHD.
Convince me and I fall for the stars that I see in your eyes. You convince me that
We are finally done. It is 1 a.m. I don't feel that tired though, surprisingly. But I know it's gonna kill me tomorrow, so I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna make this outro quick because this is not ideal. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a like. This was pretty realistic. We got errands done and, we got distracted, but we still got our work done. And this is what being a student is like. If you want to see more videos from me, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified every time I post a new video. And let me know in the comments what requests you guys have for videos. I mean, I've gotten DMs about presentation advice. Let me know if there's other advice you're looking for, and I'll try to fit it in with my videos. And if you want to see more of my day-to-day life as a student, you can follow me on Instagram at NathanWu. I'm also on TikTok at NathanWu. But that's for me. I gotta go to bed. Good night.